Okay, welcome back to the beer room. Coming up on tonight's show, we've got a German smoked wheat beer. We've got beer memories and not much else. I'm KC. This is KC's bar, and this is the Big Beer Show. The Big Beer Show, and tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Give it a smell. Yeah, it smells like beer. Okay, thanks for joining me once again. It's Friday night. It's a chilly 10 degrees here in the beer room. It's the 20th of June, even though that says the 19th. It's 10 degrees, feels like -6. It is absolutely freezing out here, and we've got a beer that's going to suit that weather. Like I said, it's a smoked wheat beer. We'll get into that. If you watch a lot of these YouTube videos, you'd know Hef's beer reviews. He did the Marzen one of this last week. So I sent him a message today because I didn't want to cut his grass and asked him if it was okay if I do this one. If he had one in his fridge, he said he's got one, but he doesn't know when he's going to get around to film it, and it's okay for me to go ahead and do this, which I thank you very much, Hef. But if you want to see a comprehensive beer review on this beer, go and watch Hef's beer reviews. He'll give you more detail than what I will tonight. So, beer memories. I was watching another video of another YouTuber, Boydo, Beers with Boydo, not Boydo with Beers, Beers with Boydo. And he often says when he's reviewing a beer or drinking a beer, what memory it brings back to him. And I was watching his last video where he was out there with his wife's cousin, I believe. And he was at a place where I've been before, years and years ago, back in 95. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get into all that, let's crack the beer, eh? We'll crack it open. We're going to put it into this, I don't know, is it a Pilsner glass? It's got the tiger on it. The old tiger glass. Tigers! Come on, Tigers. Bit of Laurie Nichols punching his way down. Come on, Tigers. Anyway, so before we crack it open, there's the bottle. I'll hold it there a bit longer. Brown bottle, 500 ml. There's the back. I will try to pronounce what it is. Let's put the beer goggles on. So it's from Bamberg, which is around the Munich area, I think. Bamberg specialty. Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier, Weizen Brewhaushalle, Bamberg. So, bit of history. Schlenkerla, the historic smoked beer brewery. Schlenkerla smoked beer wheat is an ale with light, smoky aroma. As all traditional German wheat beers, it's being brewed with a mixture of both barley malt and wheat malt. Sorry, I'm struggling to read that in that light. Here we go. The portion of barley malt is hereby a classic Schlenkerla smoked malt, while the wheat malt remains unsmoked. Served unfiltered with its natural haziness, Schlenkerla wheat reaches its full aroma through bottle fermentation with fine top fermenting yeast. As one of the last traditionally made smoked beers, Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier beer is a passenger in the arc of taste. That was written by Slow Food. So it's wheat. It's a 5.2%. It's in a 500ml bottle, like I said. It's brewed and bottled by Heller Brau Trum, Bamberg, Germany. Ingredients: wheat malt, barley, hops, yeast. Imported by Phoenix Beers into Western Australia. Thank you very much, Phoenix Beers, for bringing these great beers out to Australia. Right, let's crack her open. Try not to damage a little. I want to keep this one. Oop. There she is. Get any smoke come out? Any gases? Get rid of the big oil. Oh, smells like a bonfire. Smells like a Blue Mountains bushfire. Let's go. Let's get her in the glass. Ooh, no. What have we done? What have we done? Right. We'll let that settle. I will come back in a click of the fingers. Not that I can click. We'll be back. We'll be back. Right. So, I think what's happened, because it is conditioned in the bottle, she's going to froth up like that. But that's okay. We can deal with that. It looks like a traditional German beer now. Doesn't that look fantastic? Right. So, let's go in and have a snifferoonie. A slight smokiness, a lot of malt smell. Maybe even just a little bit tinny. But I find that with a lot of German beers, you get a bit of a tinny smell. That's fine. Right. So before we go in for a taste, we'll let that sit there. She looks fantastic. She's a dark amber, bordering on brown reddish, browny reddish tinge, amber color. So, like I said, if you watch Beers with Boydo, he often drinks a beer and then it brings back a memory. And like I said, he was at Bar Cleveland on, can't remember the street, but anyway, it's at Surrey Hills, Cleveland Street, probably. I think it is Cleveland Street. The Cleveland Bar on Cleveland Street at Surrey Hills. I think it's still Surrey Hills there. And I've gone, oh, that's brought back a memory for me. So back in 1995, I worked for the New South Wales Fire Brigade, which are now called Fire and Rescue. I was a fitter and machinist at their workshop in Greenacre or Chullora in southwestern Sydney, or Western Sydney, I guess. And we decided, all the boys there, because we was all different trades, electricians, fitters, mechanics, vehicle builders, spray painters, all sorts. And we decided that we're going to get a cricket team together. So we joined the New South Wales Public Service Cricket Association, I think it was called. This is all back in about 1994, 95. I think we did it for about 3-4 years. And we used to play on Saturday mornings down at Moore Park, right outside the SCG there. We played from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So the games went over 2 days, but once the game had finished, we'd all get in our cars or whatever and head back down Cleveland Street across Anzac Parade, back down to what it used to be known as the Cleveland Hotel. So I'm going to put a few pictures up as I talk about this. So it used to be the Cleveland Hotel. We used to go in there and have a beer. It was one of those good old Sydney pubs where it had tiles halfway up the walls, all tile floors. It had the bar with Tooheys new, Tooheys old, VB maybe, Resch's, all the classics. There was no craft beer on it, just the classic Australian beers. And they always had the regular. There'd be 3 or 4 old guys that just sat at the bar, or one sat in the corner looking at his paper, reading the race guide. It was a great bar. And then we'd go in there, we'd just have about 4 or 5 beers, and then we'd all head off on our way home. And so that was a memory that I had from watching Boydo's video. I'll show you this. This is the cricket shirt. I've still got it. It's got to be nearly 30 years old, this thing. So I'm going to take a photo of that as well. But you can see there, it's got the Bar Cleveland emblem on it and our Smokin' Joe emblem. So what did it say? It said, New South Wales Fire Brigade Workshop Cricket Club, Smoke It, and Bar Cleveland. So I think when we asked them, or our captain of our team asked them for sponsorship, and because we kept going there, and they said, yeah, no worries. And then that was the end of that year. So when we organised it all, we came back the next year for the cricket season, and they had done renovations. It wasn't called the Cleveland Hotel anymore. It was called Bar Cleveland. It was all like fancy and fresh and sparkling new. And I honestly think that they were aiming at the LGBTQ plus people. That's fine. That's fine. With no dramas with us. We didn't care that we were getting sponsored by them. And I think they paid for our shirts that year. And that's probably about it. But we also had a what do you call it? We'd have a friendly game against the staff that worked there. So all the barmen and stuff, bar women, bar people would come out, and we all would get out there and have a friendly game of cricket. Plenty of beers, plenty of food, great times. So thanks, Boydo, for going to Bar Cleveland and bringing that memory back for me, and I've just shared it with you, so I hope you've enjoyed that as well. So righto, let's get back to the beer. So like I said, it's a light brown, reddish amber, maybe an off-white head. So she's settled down nicely now. So it's a Weizen, which is a wheat beer, and it's got smoked barley. So have a snifferoonie. Oh, smells fantastic. Smells malty, burnt, bushfire, campfire, backyard beer fire. Okay, that's the snatch. Let's get it down the hatch. Oh, yeah. Smokiness, softness, sweetness, not a great deal of bitterness. What a fantastic beer. Wow. That is fabulous. So it's a very grainy beer. It's malt, smoked malt. Oh my God, I can't believe how good that is. That is fantastic. Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier. Achtung, baby. I love it. I honestly love it. That's fantastic. That smokiness. It's like a smoky bacon, or if you smoke a brisket in your Weber or whatever oven you've got. It's got that smokiness. That's fantastic. It's compared to the Stone and Wood vintage porter, which was nice, but it was a little bit watery for me. This ain't watery. This is not watery. And when you do drink the Stone and Wood, it's a good beer. I don't mind it. It's more of an ash taste, where this is like a smoky bacon or a what's that other bacon? Pancetta. Is it pancetta? I don't know. I'm not Italian. But anyway. Oh yeah. That is fantastic. I only bought one because they were like $13.99 or $12.99 a bottle. So I only got the one from Dan Murphy's in Penrith, not at Emu Plains this time. Look, that's a great beer. I love it. Uh, I gotta. I'll give it a rating. I'm not gonna send it. It is a send it, but I'm not gonna send it because I'm just gonna go back inside and enjoy this. It ain't worth sculling. Um, so out of 5, I'm gonna give it. Look, I'm gonna give it for a winter beer. That's a winter wheat beer to me because that smokiness brings a warmth. Uh, I'm going to give it 4.6789. 4.6789 from KC. And in the KC's beer room scale, that's a whopping fucking send it. But we're not going to send it because I don't want to waste it. So once again, thanks for joining me on another episode of KC's Beer Room. But anyway, you all get there. You all get yourself a Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier, smoked Weizen wheat beer. You all get there. You all send it. I love you all. Like, comment, do all that bullshit. And until next time, bye for now.